Welcome, everybody. Messed around with some camera settings and setup and stuff. If it seems like it's looking good, let us know in the chat. Get that positive reinforcement. If not, we'll keep tinkering and we'll make it better every week. But this is Beard Advice Live. My name is Dan. This is the Mayor. Mayor, how you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. Happy Wednesday. We finally got some snow here in Michigan. It came, and I don't know if it's going already. You kids that are maybe jumping in, say hi to your old teacher, your current teacher, whatever. I'm telling you, don't count on it. Get your stuff together. Get your stuff set out for tomorrow. I think we're going to school.
Yeah, this has been...
But it's been nice.
The most mild winter I can remember, period, in Michigan. It's pretty crazy. So, yep, kids got a snow day today. It was nice to hang out with them. But this show, you guys, is Beard Advice Live. Mayor, what is this show all about?
We're all about helping guys with their beards. All kinds of questions. All we ask is that you give us a shot. So send in your photos, a front-facing photo and a side photo to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. Give us a brief description of what's going on. Are you struggling with grooming? Does the heated brush not work like you thought it would? And on and on. And when do I put oil on? And when should I wash? And am I doing this too much? And on. All those questions, that's what we do here. Please don't ever hesitate to ask. We talk about this. This is a safe place. The chat is the nicest. Out of the three of us, the chat's way nicer. I think it goes like chat, you, than me. If you really
it's not true.
I don't know.
And with that, guys, if you want to get involved on this show, it's 100% free. I will put a scrolly at the bottom in a little bit. All you have to do is send an email to beardadvicelive@gmail.com, and we'll get you in the show next week. And you can tell us your problems, your goals, whatever you want with help with your beard. And we also have a segment that we really enjoy that's for questions. You guys can ask the mayor questions, me questions, the chat questions, general questions. And with those questions, guys, today is a lighter show on the entries, which is totally fine. Last week was a heavy show on the entries. It's just how it works. We got a lot of time to talk about whatever topics you guys want to talk about in the beard advice world. That's what this show is all about. Mayor, other than that, and before that, guys, we haven't said this yet. If you could, please consider hitting the thumbs up on the video. And if you want to share this out, maybe you help out somebody else's beard. I cannot tell you how many times people have come in and leave a comment a week later and say, oh my gosh, man, I don't know what took me so long to listen. I don't know what took me so long to find this. Thank you to so-and-so for sharing the stream. It really does make a difference. So like and share is your greatest way to support here.
I will just say this is right about that time where your buddy who did the No Shave November
True.
is hitting a wall and doesn't know what to do next, and they may shave or lose it. Have you seen that happen at your workplace? That's what we're about. We're about keeping it. We're about giving you tips and tricks and skills to move forward in the beard game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Mayor, other than that, we are in episode 120, which is pretty cool. And we have years worth of Wednesday streams before that, all with the same traditions. What do we got going on?
I mean, we're real people, so we have indulgences sometimes. We do, and for example, we always have a pop, or a soda pop, or whatever you want to call it. Tonight, we're going with just regular old Mountain Dew. I thought it had been a little while. We tried, was it last week, the Pitch Black?
Yeah.
I saw that it was in the store again.
Yep.
I went past it.
It was okay. It was okay.
And we also like beef jerky. We'll, pretty healthy as far as snacks go, but I went with the Cajun. Usually make a little bit of a mess. I promise to clean up afterwards.
Hey, the studio's a mess anyway. They're doing the renovations in the basement and Sam's shop and all that. And even though this is enclosed and has a ceiling and stuff, there's dust everywhere from drywall. Everywhere. That's a messy job.
Drywall.
Oh.
Heavy, messy. Yeah, it's not easy.
So we enjoy our pops. We enjoy our jerky. Get a little bit of protein. And we do believe in moderation, right? I had chicken and rice for dinner. Nothing sexy about that at all. I so badly wanted to have a pop, you guys. So badly. But I didn't. I knew that this show was going to happen, and I saved it. And so that's my treat. This is my I didn't have ice cream. I didn't have any candy. This is us just treating ourselves. So we know that it's not the healthiest in the world. Also, guys, by the way, I mentioned at the very beginning, how's the camera looking? I think it's looking pretty good over here. We made some adjustments, and I think it's pretty crispy.
I feel like I can stare into I feel like I can see right into their eyes. Like it's closer now. I can just look at the camera. Whereas before, I don't know, it was too far away to make eye contact. But that may be dangerous as well. I may just get lost in the lens.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And, by the way, Mayor, it looks like you got a little fresh cut on the hairdo.
I did. It's about as faded as I'd like. maybe a little bit more, but in like 3 days, you really do get a good growth. It just like grows out naturally, and it'll be right where I want it. Sometimes you cut like just with a trim. My beard's a little shorter than I would like it, but I know that like given the length and time, it's gonna be right where I want it to for most of the time that I have it between trims.
For sure, for sure. And if you guys emailed us, I checked it up until like 5 minutes before the show started. But if you emailed after that, you will be on the show next week. So send them on in, guys. We don't have anybody other than Max for next week. So we would love to have you join the show for next week.
And there will be a show next week. There's one last week and the one before, and before and before and before.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Yep. And if you guys have questions, I have starred them. Like I've starred Diablos, I've starred Cubics. So we are happy to go over those, but we're going to hold on to them for the halfway point. One that's not beard related here. I talked about this on my Monday Commands Corner stream, but Judd the Stud wants to know, how did things go with Jax yesterday? Fantastic, man. It was our best drop-off day ever for Jax. He suffers from some pretty serious situational PTSD from a stay with the Children's Hospital younger in life. And yesterday was his first time going in with the crowd, going in with the normal entrance at school with no teacher, no helper, just his brother Maddox. He came home ecstatic, so we got him some markers that he loves to draw with. So it was our best day yet. The only kind of bummer was we were excited to build on that, right? If anybody has children or anybody, I guess just humans in general that struggle with things like this, momentum's huge. Change is really difficult. As a teacher, we know that weekends and breaks are horrific for students that are getting momentum, that have routines, and then it just kind of falls apart. Well, we were excited to build on it today, and then there was a snow day. So there's a little delay, a little pause. If they have school tomorrow, we hope that it's going to be right back on track with where he left off. But we will celebrate those victories every chance we can get. And yesterday was our biggest victory yet with Jax. So it was awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. And thank you to everybody like G Squared stopping in to give comments and say hello, even if they can't stay. We appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much for all the support of this show. We do genuinely believe we're helping out a lot of beards, and we enjoy it. It helps make videos. The ripple effect of this show is far more than just that direct advice we give the person on screen. It makes video ideas for the future. It helps somebody get an idea in their mind, which they share with somebody else in the future. People watch on replay and they can relate to the problems, the issues, the goals, and it helps them in the future. So we have a lot that we are excited about with this show. Man, it really is awesome. And yeah, absolutely, guys. Keep those questions coming. We'll be able to star those and go through. So yeah, it is great. Shared out your live stream. Thank you, Lance. Appreciate that, man. Awesome. All right, man. Yo. Anything else for the people? How'd that original do?
So good. It's the original because it's a fantastic blend. I don't know. I love them. I grab it like every other time I grab a pop. If I have a choice.
Just comforting.
I'll go between that, like Dr. Pepper once in a while, maybe Cherry Coke occasionally. But Cherry Coke is so filling. It's just, for some reason, it just seems really filling.
I do Cherry Coke with Mexican food.
Oh.
Yep. Mexican food. That's my
at the
one.
Restaurant or at home or both?
Both. Yep. Definitely restaurant, but for sure at home as well. Yep. Haven't even been on the show. My beard's like, oh man, that's awesome.
There you
go. That's awesome.
You can't guarantee that, but we can't deny that might happen.
For sure. And again, guys, hit that thumbs up, man. I appreciate it. Hey, okay, so I did a new segment on Monday called Movie Hidden Gems. And I threw two of them at you guys. One of them was The Big Year, which you can find on Disney Plus, and then the other is Heavyweights, and that's actually a Disney. I wonder if that's on Disney Plus too. But both of those movies are absolute bangers. And Mr. Gaming said that he watched The Big Year, and he last night, hidden gem, so good. Who would have ever thought a movie about birding, bird watching, looking for birds would be entertaining? But when you put those actors together, especially Jack Black, so good, so good. Warlick, we take pride in trying almost every available Mountain Dew. This one I drew the line on, and I have zero interest in trying whatsoever. I know it's not hot. I know it's not spicy, but I've heard that it's like a spiced drink, right? Like a spiced rum or a spiced citrus. I don't like that whatsoever. I have no interest. Is there any inkling in your mind to try that?
No. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't pay my money for it. I would take a sip if you wanted to, but I think I'm with you like that. Anything with a ginger or any kind of snap or bite to it, I don't care for it.
Yeah.
They did a Christmas ginger snap one a few years ago that I did not. I don't want
Oh, the gingerbread man one? Yeah,
man.
No.
That was the worst, but I feel like this might be worse.
Yeah, so Flaming Hot's terrible. Believe it. I tried a spicy beer. It was horrendous. Yeah, I don't drink beer, but I hear like sour beers and spicy. I know some of you like beer heads out there like, ugh, Dan needs to be cultured.
Blake's will put like the habanero into a cider though. Do you like that one?
Yeah, the mango habanero.
Yeah, a little bit of heat like that.
Yeah, it was okay.
And I think with an apple cider, I think it works better.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I like that.
Carlos, reach out to me, man. So one thing on this show, guys, we try not to go over specific brands or specific recommendations. We don't want this to be about products at all on Wednesday, rather just kind of general concepts to help. But Carlos, if you reach out, man, I would be happy to give you an uncensored, experiential feedback from what I've had. So should I eat Flamin' Hot Cheetos while drinking? I don't think you should do either. But Flamin' Hot Cheetos are one of the most popular items at school. Like they are.
Yes.
Like first hour, so popular. Man, so popular. Man, absolutely. And Kevin, I'm going to star your question. We'll hit that at halftime, guys. And it seems like we're going to have a lot of questions tonight, which is a good thing.
Isn't that the way it goes?
It is.
This show just it blows in the breeze and you just go and it's like sailing.
Yep. So just one more reminder, guys, hit that thumbs up if you don't mind. I'm going to put the scrolly at the bottom, beardadvicelive@gmail.com. Send us a picture of the front of your beard, the side of your beard, or anything relevant, and then do a little write-up about what is going on with your beard. What issues do you have with your beard? Anything like that, we want to be able to help you. That should be in the write-up as well. Oh, I have heard this. And Mountain Dew.
I caught that one too.
The Mountain Dew is the king of exclusives. Baja Blast started with Taco Bell. B-Dubs, Buffalo Wild Wings, has their own Mountain Dew. And then Sam's Club has one, Berry Monsoon. I am a member of Sam's Club, but I haven't tried that yet. I'm going to have to.
Now, can you only get it from the fountain? Or?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I've seen it on the fountain. Yeah, I believe so. So, yep. Oh, yeah, the amount of Mountain Dews is absurd. We've talked about that, I think, in the group before. It's pretty crazy. People get super into it, and I guess we do too. Yeah, we fall into that people part. All right, guys, this is how the show works. Like I said, only a few entries tonight, but we are happy to help all of them.
This is Rob P. I've really been enjoying your content and advice. Wish I had found you sooner, but I'm here now. I shave off my beard every couple years, then regrow it. It's interesting to see how the colors change when I do that. As I get older, I'm 52, definitely more gray, but that's cool. I earned it, and there's a lot of guys who never got to grow old. I love the stripes. My grandfather had them too. The biggest improvement I found was getting a halfway decent beard wash online that has oils and skin conditioners. Might be using the wrong words, and it's really helped stop the itching. I would get sores like nasty zits in my beard and have to shave it clear that up. Using the better wash with the oils, avocado and jojoba are the ones I can remember right off the bat. It's kept my skin happy and healthy so far. I've now grown out to about the length I had before. I was shedding so bad that it was scraggly and thin. This time around, it's fuller, and while I still shed, it's not nearly as bad. I made a wooden comb, and that's really helped too. The single best difference finding your channel and getting good, solid advice. Thank you. I've wanted a long, full beard since I was a little kid, and my father had one. Now my two brothers and I are all bearded and have been able to grow the longest beard.
Awesome, man. Appreciate that. All-American, man, it's tough to read tone, right, to understand tone in text, but I highly encourage you to send in. I think the stereotype of men not asking for help is outdated and outrageous, to be honest. We are here to help you guys. It doesn't hurt to ask. And if you're wondering something and you're having an issue that you want to get help with, I guarantee there's other people out there that it could help as well. So we got you, man. This is a supportive, amazing place. Would love to be able to help if you want to send in next week. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look what we got here. It's kind of sharing the journey, sharing like what's been going on to help him out. And so now he wants to send in and just kind of we'll be able to just give some general feedback to Rob on his beard, unless I missed any specific questions.
No, not really. He kind of just told us all about like how it's different this time. The coloration's different.
Yeah, man,
We'll
that's
just kinda
awesome.
Throw some, if we see anything, say it,
For sure. Rob, yeah, man, the beard looks great. I know what you're talking about with the coloration differences. My beard colors are changing all the time, which is really fun. You got a great beard, man. It looks healthy. It looks full. Absolutely love this. What I'll lead off with for the advice is just going to be on the styling side of things. Your beard really pushes in, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a personal preference situation. My advice to you would be to try and get this beard going away from the center. Try to get a little bit more volume and a little bit more roundedness here. That's gonna give a good shape. That's gonna kind of balance out your head and really, really bring some like oomph to that beard. Now, how do you do that? It's all about grooming away from your face, whether that's with a blow dryer underneath and a comb or just a comb by itself. But right now, it seems like, I'll show you kind of here, it seems like a lot of your grooming is probably going down and in. And I want to get some of that grooming going out and away, right? I want to get that volume going away from your face. So instead of being locked in here, we get a little bit more boom. And what that's going to do is going to pack a little bit of a punch, and it's just going to make it seem like there's even more beard there rather than condensing it. And I was waiting for somebody to say it. Doug is right on it here. Doug has a snow day tomorrow. Shout out to Doug, man. And the blowout beard is what we call this. This would be a great method to getting the most out of your beard. It really would. Doug has pinned a video that could really help you out there. That's my main bit of advice. I have a feeling the mayor has one or two things more that he's going to add here.
Mustache. It fits right in with their length of everything. I'd like to see it star a little bit. I think, if that's something you've been clipping back or styling in any similar way, it could pop. It could add a little bit more to the overall just character of the beard.
Agreed. I would say another one to look up for a video would be the lazy walrus. I think getting a little bit of purposeful style going away from your face would be really, really, really nice. Really, really helpful. And Rob says, I took the pic after I tied it up together. Thank you all. Check out the blow. Oh, perfect.
And overall, just killing it.
Yep.
Nice job.
Yep, really nice. And Mitch is right too. If you have a pick available to you, picking out from underneath is a great way to add volume, even if you don't want to use any heat out there for sure. And I'm not suggesting this, but I think that you could rock bald and bearded very well. It seems like it would fit your style. And so just something to consider. There's a lot of people in the chat that have gone bald and bearded and they regret waiting too long. And so maybe just something to consider there is be able to. And then there's Eric right there, member of the Bald and Bearded Club. I think he's the vice president currently. And he's
Secretary.
Oh, that's right. Secretary. Yep. Jason is the vice president.
He ran and lost.
Yeah. Got it. So all of those things together, I think, are only going to help magnify this beard experience for you. But you got a great beard, man. Absolutely great beard. Thank you for sending in. And as you said there, a good beard wash makes all the difference in the world. All the difference in the world. I've said it since the beginning. I believe 2 products are essential to have the best beard experience possible: beard wash and beard oil. If you're going to invest in stuff, if you're going to really say, I want to get the best here, beard wash and beard oil. They make a really, really, really big difference. Oh, snap. Rob, send in, man. So he said bald and bearded is the way. Let's go, man.
Right.
Let's get a fully shaved head, blown out beard. Send us an update next week. We would love to see those small changes. I think that'd be a nice way to go through as well. Yep. It would be cool to see how many new viewers. All right, yeah, if you guys are a new viewer, drop a comment in the chat. This stream doesn't have usually like the most abundant new viewers, but I would assume every week we have a couple. So yeah, absolutely. If you guys are new here, drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Scott heard us, yeah, yes sir.
They heard is there like a light that shines out like Batman, kind of like a spotlight off the roof every time we mention Bald?
Yeah, I think
Scott
so.
answers the call.
Yeah. Mr. Food, if you wrote into the beardadvicelive@gmail.com, we would have responded to you, and then you'll be in. If you did not get a response, we did not get the email for some reason. So it's almost impossible for us to remember who we responded to and not.
So try again if you didn't, and
yeah.
if you just did, no, it'll be next week.
Right. If it was before like 8 o'clock tonight, we got you in and we responded. If not, something happened. Sometimes people have put in like Bear Advice Live. That's a totally different email, guys. That's a very different show.
Whole different ball of wax.
Yeah, totally different show. So don't, hey, Warlick, welcome, man. That's awesome. Is there really a bald and bearded club? We're just joking. That is sarcasm.
I mean, never say never.
Do barbers do head shaves? Yes, almost all of them. The main difference between a cosmetologist and a barber is barbers are able to work with straight razors. It takes more schooling, more hours. It's actually a lot of hours. If there's any barbers in the chat, drop a comment. I think it's like 500 extra hours of training to be able to use a straight razor. It's like just below the level of training of a nurse. So that's the main difference, but most barbers will do that. That was last week. Okay. If you
may have been on the show last week. I'm not sure, man.
Yeah, reach out.
You can always check and see. Like, I feel like maybe last week. So jump over and watch last week's show after this one.
Yeah, yep. Reach out. You should start one. Well, I'm not bald and bearded, so I don't think I would be a good person to start that club, but I do nominate Eric with an A to be able to go through.
As secretary.
Yep. It is 9:21 p.m. where we are right now. Yes, 9:21 p.m.
Did you ever call, like, information? Like, did you ever do that? Like, you're probably too young to have called and gotten the correct time, like the atomic clock time. You ever know about
I've
that?
heard of that.
Okay.
I never
like
did
to
it.
set your clocks and stuff at home.
Yeah, yep.
Old school.
Yep, I've never actually done that.
It was 555-1212.
Oh, okay. True, that cosmetologist. Yep, absolutely. Yep, I know the barber world very, very well, and I love it. I really, really love it. Florida's 1,200. Yep. So, but Donnie, what I was referring to there is the difference in training between a barber and a cosmetologist. So the cosmetologist has less hours of training than a barber. I think in a lot of states the difference is around 500 hours of difference, which is a lot, man. That is an absolute lot. The bald fade, yeah, that was, and as the mayor kind of alluded to here, it was a little bit too bald for me, right? But I really enjoyed it as well. Hey, Beard Octane, welcome on in. Ryan's first time in says, coming in the chat. Oh, nice, man. Welcome. If you haven't used a straight razor, you can't go back. So I did back in the day. I was horrific at it. I am not good with a straight razor, but it's been many years since I really tried. I do know that it's an art. I do know that there's a wet shave or like a straight razor community that's very similar to the beard community. So yeah, hey man, I hear you. But I don't line anything up really. I don't do like my cheek line like that. I don't do my neckline or anything. So yeah. Share the pic of my comb, the hand cut walnut. I didn't have that one on there, Rob, but that was pretty cool, man. Yeah, thank you for sending in. That was really cool. All right.
This is Mitch M. I thought I'd send in a 2-year update. Not that much has changed in any drastic way, as you can see from old pics compared to the new. But I did get my beard to a place that I really like it. It's pretty much at the goal I set for my first submission back in 2021. Along the way, I've tried a bunch of links, styles, tools, products, etc. Heat, no heat. I've tried it all. It has been fun. These days, I've landed on a very simple approach of washing and conditioning one day, rinse only the next. Then back to wash and condition. I use oil every morning, combed in with a Chicago number 8. At night, I put some butter in. That's it. Pretty simple. I like the natural look and texture. Thanks to you both for the channel. I'm happy to see it growing. I've learned a lot from you. I know others will too.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I love that, Mitch. And Mitch is going to show us an update here. I think he also put in an email that he was growing his hair longer, but I think he might be cutting it back again. So just as a reference from the haircut. And Mitch, feel free to add in any comments that you want as we're going through here. Hey, Flag, what's going on, man? He said he uses a safety razor. Yeah, a lot of people use the safety razors as well. That wet shaving community is it's bigger than the beard community. It's a huge one. All right, here's Mitch. Oh, yeah, okay. So I think I put, so the far left column is from January 2021, so a year ago. The middle is what he showed as his goal, and then the far right is where he is at right now with his beard. So he was here, he wanted to get into this one, he was here, wanted to get into this one, and this is where he's at right now. And like I said, he is fresh cut. Okay, so he did get a fresh haircut, guys, on the one that's on the far right here. I think he was experimenting with growing it longer. Mitch, it looks awesome, man. He talked about the natural texture. I love it. I absolutely love it, especially at a beard at this length. I think when you have that beard of that length, having that little bit of texture adds character. It adds charisma to it. The color is unbelievably epic. The density, man, it looks great. Absolutely looks great.
Dude, you're there. Give me like 20 minutes. I'll get you the right filter. I'll get you the aviators. We'll get the lighting for the right angle. You're there for that picture. Like, that's well done at working towards setting a goal and working towards it. Really sharp. You know, the guy has a little bit more like volume in that, but that's a styling kind of thing too. So yeah, you want me to? I can set up that picture. You're there.
So looks great, Mitch. Absolutely looks great, man. Thank you for sending in. All right. Now, guys, we are already to our question segment. I have 7 questions starred. If you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. And especially since we have the mayor here, you guys don't get oftentimes to be able to ask him questions. If you have anything outside, maybe it's about hobbies or interests or anything like that, feel free to drop it now. We just ask that it's respectful and family friendly like this show is. All right, so Diablo says, a few pegs fell off my Aberlite Pro. Should I replace it? First off, that really shocks me. I have never, ever heard of the pegs falling off a Pro until now, of course. I've had mine since they dropped, even before they dropped, meaning released, and I've never had any issues with it, but things go wrong.
Like you can get, if you dropped it just right or something,
right.
I think.
Yep. I would fully believe that.
Yeah, I don't think you could, I don't believe I would continue using it like that. You know, broken, like it depends if there's jagged edges and stuff like that.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. So, should he replace it? I would, absolutely. Now, it's just a matter of if they're going to cover it or not. I have not worked with them recently, but they have had a track record of having great customer service. So I would reach out to them, Diablo, and just explain what happened. You can even tell them you met the owner in Dallas because you were at the Barber Expo. And so just let them know, like, hey, I bought this happened. I have a feeling they will have you send it in, and then they'll replace it. But I don't know for a fact. I know they have a warranty period, and if it's inside the warranty, you should be more than good. Yeah, more than good. All right. And guys, there's a few questions like this. I'm not gonna ignore them or anything, but we try not to go over specific recommendations. So Cubic asks, what company has the best strawberry scenting for my oil? If you guys want specific recommendations, reach out. Dan C. Bearded on Instagram or Dan_command@yahoo.com. I would be happy to hear about specific things like you're looking for strawberry. What viscosity do you like? Those types of things. I would say strawberry is not an extremely common scent though. So, but I will do my best to find it.
I bet I know where I'd look.
For sure. All right, Ron says about fragrance suppliers. Oh, okay. If he is Cubic, if you're asking about fragrance suppliers, that's not something that I offer as advice unless it's in a professional setting. Fragrances are a whole beast. There are some dangers and complications that can be involved there. There's liability with recommendations. So if it's in a consultation situation, I'd be happy. I know all the suppliers in the game, but in an individual one, that's not something I feel comfortable sharing. So thank you for the clarification there, Gary. No matter what I do, my beard is always dry and breaks all the time. I've tried so many different products from cheap brands to the most expensive. All right, Ron. I have your answer. This isn't even like wiggle room. This is your answer. It's not sexy. It's not fun, but it has to do with your internal health, man.
Hydration.
It is all about your hydration level and your internal health. If your beard is always dry and it's breaking, that's nothing to do with the products, man. That is going to be, are you drinking enough water? What is your stress like? How is your diet? How is your exercise? If you increase and improve those aspects, I promise your beard will feel better. I promise that the breakage will go away. All of that will go away. Even if you just increase your hydration. I actually had a comment today. I thought about posting it. Someone was like, it was on my hydration video. Someone said, I took this challenge. My beard has never felt better. They said, they went a little far. They're like, I don't even think that I don't even need to have products. That's maybe, who knows? But that hydration is everything. So Ron, drink more water. Drink more water throughout the day consistently. Don't pound water in the morning. Don't pound water before bed. Drink it consistently, especially while you eat food. Carbs and different things can help deliver water to where it needs to go. It's not the products, my man. It's that hydration and that internal health. Really important.
See it a lot.
Oh man, it's so common. So common. I switched to using high speed, low heat for my blowout. I find the high speed lets me style quicker and get better. Yeah, absolutely, man. High speed, low heat, no worries there. That's just a personal preference situation.
It's on a blow dryer.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Hey Dan, I have a question. I'm washing in warm water and then I do a cold rinse. Is that okay? Yes, that's ideal. You want to rinse out your products in warm water and then finish with a cold rinse. Yes, 100%. What weight? Okay, Great Before Shave. Same thing, reach out, Ryan. I did a video on Great Before Shave oil. I'm pretty sure I go over the viscosity in that video. So check that one out, see my thoughts on it. And again, happy to discuss specific brands outside of this show. All right, here's a good one, Ari. What is the actual difference between wash and conditioner? So everything. The wash, and it obviously has to do with the ingredients, as you said there. The wash is intended to go in and cleanse and clarify. It's going to remove buildup, dirt, sodium, wax, oil, all these things. You have varying levels of stripping, and it's going to get all that stuff off the hair and the skin. Conditioner is a sealing and coating product that's going to help the hairs not tangle as much, and it's also going to help soften them. And the way conditioner works is pretty crazy. I'm probably going to have to make a dedicated video to this because it's such an interesting concept, and I just like making videos I'm interested in. So how conditioner works is your beard hairs are stacked together like a bunch of like dead skin cells. It's keratin. And what happens is they're porous. They have these openings that are going to fill with whatever wants to go in them. And so you want to have fresh water in there. They're going to fill with fresh water. Well, it still is not a perfectly smooth hair. So what conditioner does is it latches onto that hair. It actually has an opposite attraction than the hair does. In a perfect world, in a great conditioner, that conditioner is going to rinse off and only the imperfections are going to still be sealed with that conditioner. Only the spots that are going to grab, because what's the problem with those imperfections? They're like jagged and they have little openings and then the hairs grab each other. And when you go to comb it, they get stuck and then you pull the hairs out. So in a perfect world, the conditioner goes in and it fills those crevices. It fills those and seals those imperfections so you have a smooth hair. Why does hair feel soft? Because it's smooth. When hair is not soft, all those little imperfections are out like this. And you're like, I can't run my fingers through my hair. It's not really a difference of hard or soft. It's just a difference of smooth. And so that's what conditioner does. Conditioner should be focused on the hair, not the skin. Great question. I love that one. Mary, what about this one? Spreading beard butter with a comb. You recommend?
I think if you're, honestly, it sounds, if you have enough to spread with a comb, and then maybe for a bigger beard, that's all, it seems like a lot. Like, I run it through my fingers, and then I run a comb through afterwards, but I don't actually, like, see the butter, is what I'm trying to say. But yes, definitely, even disbursement of conditioner, oil, butter, can, be achieved with a comb. Highly recommend it, like a Chicago comb.
100%. If you're just applying butter with your fingers, you're not going to spread it evenly. You need to spread it with a comb. But here's the key thing, you guys. Hey, Ray. Here's the key thing is you do not want to work it into the skin. So comb it through the hair and not into the skin. That is a big one. Yep, that one is really, really important.
And if you're not doing that for your conditioner, you need to do that as well in the shower.
Yeah.
Pet comb from Chicago comb there's nothing better for that.
For sure. Agreed. Steve says, is daily wash too much for white beard? No, Steve, as long as you have a good quality daily gentle wash, nothing wrong with that at all. I actually recommend it for white beards more than any other beard because having consistent washing can keep it from going yellow or having that staining. So no, not a problem at all. Tips for Great Wolf Lodge. I was just telling the mayor, it went great. Tips for Great Wolf Lodge. Just enjoy the water park in the inside, man. That's so awesome. We're guilty of going to places and trying to we gotta go to a restaurant. We want to go here. Let's go see this. Let's go. Just enjoy the place you're staying at. That's the biggest thing that we've learned. It's a great, great water park and really, really great water park. Okay, and he elaborated here. I was always told you don't want butter on the skin. So true. You don't want it on the skin. So spread it without focusing it on the skin. So yes. All right, does anyone have clear shave gel they can recommend? So this is not beard products. Feel free, guys, recommend away. I don't know of any clear shave gel, so I can't help you there.
I just use beard oil.
Yeah?
I don't shave very much.
Yep. Dan, been making my own oils using argan, using Aegean, I think.
I don't know.
Argan?
I think Tea tree, olive oil,
Okay.
CBD. Yeah.
Okay, so he's listing them. Okay,
Yeah.
so argan oil, tea tree oil, olive oil, CBD, essential oils. Any other carriers my beard should add? It's up to you, man. A lot of gray beards like castor oil, but you can't go wrong. As long as, hey, Matt, as long as you're using all natural oils, it's a game of preference. It's a game of just figuring out what you like as it goes through. Go, Mayor.
Mayor, are you starting to feel yourself become more comfortable with your interview channel? Actually, were you listening to before the show?
Interview channel.
Interview show.
What's this interview show?
Okay, everybody calm down, Dan. I'm glad we're just little ones right here. You can't. No, he's talking about Beyond Bearded changed from kind of like we're informative last year to doing like a podcast style interview on your channel at 8 o'clock on Sundays.
Oh, 8 o'clock on Sundays.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, cool.
So here. Nowhere else.
Oh yeah, I wasn't.
And I am loving it. It's one of those things we're not getting any more views really than we did before, but I believe in it. I love talking to people. If you guys haven't checked it out, please do. It's relatability. This week we're having like our old boss on. This guy was kind of somebody we looked up to, did it right, and we're kind of recognizing him. He's going to come on and talk to me for an hour, and sit back. There's nobody like him. He is.
He's amazing.
Old school.
Yeah. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, guys. I've said it a ton, but I highly encourage you guys to get in on the ground floor. The show is special. I love it. I'm so excited for the future of it, and I think it's going to be something that you will enjoy. That's why I say that. So Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Check out the Mayor's show right on this channel right here. Oxhorn combs, Derek, are great. There are pros and cons to them. A con is it is a natural product. It actually comes from an ox's horn. So the cons to that would be that it will break easily. If you drop an oxhorn comb, it's probably going to break. Another con would be over time it's going to warp because it's just natural. It can maybe stink a little bit at times when you have certain oils that react with it or heat that reacts with it. But it's a great option.
Has a great glide when they're new.
I used them for years until I discovered carbon fiber
combs. And
combs.
your dog will eat it. No, they will. It's a natural product. My dog.
I've heard that
out of it.
Yep. Kool-Aid has water in it, yes, but I do not believe Kool-Aid is hydrating. So I would not do that. All right, Mayor, what is your daily water intake like?
I do 30 ounces in a Fiji bottle at the beginning in the morning when I work out. I drink it as I go. So I hit that. And
that's a great start to your day, by the way, guys. Water.
Yeah, but I at least do another couple 20-ounce bottles throughout the day. But I do lose track, and I honestly have some cues that I feel it. Like the last few days, I've been bouncing back from a little bit of a dehydrating. I think a few days I went in a row without watching it real well. My beard, it's not my beard, it's actually the pores that hurt, but it just felt like I was like relating to the guy earlier, just saying, it tells me that I wasn't hydrating. And it's almost like an early warning sign.
Oh, yeah.
So then I kicked it back in, and I'm getting into that back. But like the exercise just sweats it right back out too. So, it's kind of a wash as far as that goes in the morning. But I try to keep another couple 20 ounces. So is that 80 in a day? I don't know.
Okay. That's good. That's how much do you weigh, if you don't mind us asking?
Like 2.
2? Okay. We need to get up to 100 ounces.
All right.
Sam, you guys, has actually been beating me lately, and she is well over a gallon a day, which is amazing and so helpful. I did terrible this weekend for the first time in a long time with water and food because we were on vacation. We were at Great Wolf Lodge, and holy crap, did I feel it. I felt it in my muscles. I started getting cramps in my calf. I'm like, what is this? Where is that? I was just dehydrated. So yeah, I go for 128 a day every day, and usually more. I'm above it right now. So yeah, good question. Conditioner and butter after a stripping in the beard? I do. Yep, I like to follow a stripping wash with conditioner, and then I like to leave the shower with oil and butter. Unless it's in the morning, then I go just oil, but if it's at night, I go oil and butter.
If you clean strip and don't put any conditioner or anything in, you're going to remember you did it all day. It's going to feel wrong all day until you get something in there.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt about it, for sure. I'm back. Cold rinse. I always do it after I get out of the shower, but what if I did it, what about if I did a quick sink wash and it doesn't work the same? No, unfortunately. So this is, I think people misconstrue, not you, G-Square, I'm not saying this, but people misconstrue what the cold rinse does. So the cold rinse is all about the rush of blood flow to the surface. So essentially what happens is You're taking a warm shower. The blood is all near the surface, but it's not doing exactly what it needs to. When you're too warm, your body's not going to operate properly. So what you do is you hit it with a cold rinse, and you need to be cold. It needs to be actually cold. And I do a full body cold rinse every single day. Look up the benefits of a cold rinse for your skin and your internal health and stuff. It's wild. I do want to start doing cold plunges because the evidence coming out of Sweden of how beneficial a cold plunge is, mind-blowing. Check it out, guys. There's some really cool studies out there that have become widespread now. But what happens is you have that blood, you do a cold rinse, and essentially it's like hypothermia. It's a very small case of it. And when you have anything like that cold rinse or hypothermia, the blood goes away from your extremities. It leaves the surface of your skin, and it goes to protect your vital organs. Now, this is, of course, a very small version of that. But what it's going to do is it's going to leave the source of where your beard is at. And then when you step out of the shower, all of that blood comes rushing back to the source, and that rush like shocks your system and really amplifies the benefits to your beard. It's one of those things where most people are like, I don't believe it, this is who, then they try it and they're like, holy crap, Dan, my beard has never styled better. My beard has never felt better. It is an absolute game changer. Absolute game changer. All right, Mayor, how far down should your neckline on your beard be?
Well, it's different for every guy. There are certain factors that play into it as far as the color of your beard, as far as what your natural neckline is. General rule of thumb is we like to talk about the Adam's apple, and if you can get it down to or slightly above the Adam's apple, you can. That's where I like to be. I haven't touched mine since I shaved and regrew. That's the one thing that I've been firm with is to let it be natural, because my lessons I've learned is that once you mess with it, you don't get it back. It just doesn't ever look right again.
It was so the mayor had a barber butcher his neckline a year ago or so.
Yeah.
I literally was like, Mayor, it'll be back in 3 to 4 weeks, man. Don't worry about it. That was not the case. It was so much slower, and the mayor has super fast growth. It was, for some reason, that spot
Just wasn't happening.
it just wasn't coming back. So the good general rule, David, if you are going to touch your neckline, is as long as your beard covers it, leave it alone. So when the mayor looks straight forward in conversational mode, you do not see his neckline. Totally fine. But if it was down here,
right,
and he was talking normal, I would encourage him to touch that up. Because you do want to look purposeful, you do want to look clean. And so that would be my idea.
and it's how thick your beard is too. Like if I had a lighter beard, it might look a little different. You might have to make a different choice.
For sure, for sure. So it's all about your goals and your comfort level while getting to those goals. If you want a beard like mine, don't touch it. I'm thinking about getting a heated brush, but don't want to damage my beard. Josh, have no worries, man. I use a heated brush every single day. Mayor, how often are you using one?
Daily.
And as long as you stay under 365 degrees and you use oil before as a heat protectant, you're good, man. You are fine. You don't need to worry about that. There's a lot of people in this chat right now with experience with heated brushes, and a lot of people that have beards that are very, very healthy. Very healthy. Protein for beard health. Man, protein is unbelievably important for your internal health. Your beard is always determined by your internal health. Most people are not getting enough protein to be like their full selves. I still struggle, and it's crazy. Here's the crazy thing is I don't eat a ton of jerky on Wednesday nights because I'm freaking full. I'm stuffing my face with chicken and all this stuff all day. It's massively important for your beard health, just like the rest of your body. And it's not for people just trying to bulk up. A key factor in losing weight is enough protein. A key factor in muscle building is protein. A key factor in your energy, your sleep, your mood, all of it is protein. Now, there's protein in many different sources. It just depends on what you think is the best one for you. So yes. Yeah, Doug's right. Biggest tip for a water park is stay hydrated. Thanks, Doug. You're a couple days late on that one. I did drop the ball. I tried my best, but it's just so hard in those situations, man. So hard. Yeah, Hype, reach out, man. I would love to give you some recommendations on oils. Dan_command@yahoo.com for email, or Dan Cbearded on Instagram. So yes, that would be very, 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 very helpful. All right. I plan on taking a trip on an airplane. Do you know if I can bring beard supplies with you? Daniel, if Doug's in the chat still, he is. He will link this one. I made an entire video dedicated to the TSA process in beard products. Yes, you can bring beard products, but you want to be able to pay attention to the size of your liquid products. if you're doing carry-on as compared to your luggage that you're putting in. To kind of answer straightforward, 3.4 ounces is your limit in a carry-on. Other than that, you want to pack it in your checked luggage. But pretty simple. Mark says, I'm retired and on a limited budget, and my beard is about all gray and 14 inches. Is baby shampoo okay? It is. Mark, you just want to make sure you're using an all-natural quality baby shampoo. Unfortunately, there's a lot of baby shampoos out there that are mineral oil based. Cheap, horrible for your skin and hair. Using it on babies, very, very sad. So get an all-natural one that does not have mineral oil. And the messed up thing is they can even claim mineral oil is all natural because it kind of is. But avoid mineral oil. Tyler says the Mayor Show has been awesome.
Thank you, Tyler.
Love that. All right, let's see. Mayor's a great interviewer. Show has been great. All right, I've noticed you're starting to get your groove on. Absolutely, man. And we have these conversations all the time, guys. The Mayor is very much like me, very introspective. We're always analyzing. We kind of treat this like a game, like game film. Like it's a sport, and we want to improve. We want to get better. So that's awesome, guys. We appreciate that feedback. Hey, Marcus, what's up, buddy? All right, the Mayor's Show is fantastic, entertaining, informative, and inspirational.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, calm down, guys. Mayor, you look fresh, man. He said, I don't know what's the difference, but it seems like a confidence change. We talked about that before the show, too.
We did, too.
Man. Any drink
Thank
with
you.
high...
Just real quick, thank you. Guys, this is like, you don't know how much that means to me. Because I feel it, too. But you put yourself out there, and Dan doesn't even... You get used to putting yourself out there, but to have positive feedback from people that are just being honest, I really appreciate that.
For sure.
I mean it. Thank you.
It goes a long way, guys. I've said it before. I'm driven off appreciation. When you put yourself out there, you get a lot of mud. You get a lot of crap. You get a lot of stuff that's just thrown at you that you didn't ask for, that you didn't invite. And you also don't know what's going on in people's lives, right? You don't know that somebody has a son struggling with this. You don't know they have a wife struggling with this and that. So anything like that, it's free to be able to support someone. And I'm not talking about us specifically, just in general. It goes a long ways, guys. It really, really, really does, especially early on. Like
Sure.
the Mayor's Show, you're building something. You're excited about something. Maybe the numbers aren't exactly where you want them yet. But when you get that feedback, you're like, okay, it is special. There is something to that. That is awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Alley Cat. He said, what's it like sitting next to a stud? I told him to calm down, so too funny. Any drink with high sugar is more like digestion than hydration. No doubt, no doubt. I will say, and I have no science behind this whatsoever, when I drastically cut back on my pop, my digestion changed, at least in the short term, for the worse.
Yeah.
It was different. It was different.
You need the bubbles.
There's
I'm not scientifically talking about it, but
there's something to that.
to the carbonation.
It's my only source of caffeine, so I have a feeling that has something to do with it too.
Okay.
But when I
Oh,
cut
yeah,
that
yeah,
out, because coffee and all that
Sure.
stuff. I don't drink coffee.
Right.
I don't do caffeine drinks or anything like that. Energy drinks. So that was a big change for me. Yeah, that was a big change. I feel like a beard butter I put in by the next day, if I haven't washed it out, kind of smells like melted plastic. Interesting. Gaming, reach out to me. Let me know in private what that one is. I've never experienced that. It could be something reacting with your hopefully not your skin, but maybe your DNA. I don't know. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what else, guys, and keep these ones coming. Seems like she's not just being you. Hey, Patrick, check the score today, man. I won by a lot today. A lot today. So take that one, sir. But she did pickleball me the other day. Trying to really increase water intake, go in the bathroom a ton. Do bathroom trips subside over time? So that's a unique question for me because I was a teacher for 12 years. You just don't get to go to the bathroom as a teacher. Maybe once a day during your lunch break if you're lucky. Can't go between classes, can't go during class. So you almost get trained with just holding it. So I don't go to the bathroom a whole lot. And my new career, I'm at home, so I can kind of go when I want. Bear, have you noticed anything?
I would say, men and how much we go to the bathroom is so subjective. I think my dad, everybody has different issues going on. Possibly. I think for me, yes. Like you do get used to your bladder kind of gets used to holding more liquid in it, and I think that does take some time. You do, like, as a teacher, you get into like a summer mode where you're used to going to the restroom, and then you have to buddy up and just kind of gut through it sometimes in school for safety's sake.
Yeah. Yep. Love this question, Derek. What got you guys into the beard game? So I'll start while you think about your answer. I started teaching at 22 years old, and in my first year, I was teaching high school seniors. So I was 22 teaching 18-year-olds. I was student teaching at 21 and teaching 18-year-olds. That's wild. I wanted to look older, mainly for the parents. I was a coach and had a really good command of the classroom, no pun intended. But I wanted parent-teacher conferences to look a little bit older. So I started my first year with a stubble beard. You can see the picture on Instagram. Hey, thank you, Hype. And then from there, grew my beard a little bit longer, and then long. And if you say the game as in like the community, I started watching videos long before I was making videos. I actually was like a commenter. That's why my name is Dan C. Bearded, by the way. I would comment under the name Dan C. And so I kind of became known. I was like many of you. Everybody knows Ken in here. Everybody knows Doug in here, but they don't make videos. I was kind of like that. And then one day, my wife Sam, I was watching videos, and I also started to get kind of a following on Reddit. I'd post like my mustache updates. I would post beard updates, and people would ask me questions, and they would start following me on Reddit, and it was kind of cool. And I was watching a video one day. It was actually a scuba video, and Sam came up behind me, gave me a little massage on the shoulders, and good old Reddit. Yeah, Doug remembers those days. And massaging me on the shoulder, and she goes, "Hey, I think you should try making a video. I think you'd be good at it." That was it. Next day, got out anything we had in the house, started filming a video. It was done. And I just took off from there. That was kind of my introduction to the beard game.
I always wanted to be a school administrator, and I was getting older, and it just wasn't clicking for me. I wasn't willing to kind of jump districts and whatever. It just wasn't going to be in the cards. Meanwhile, I had this friend Dan, and I saw him kind of like pushing through some normal boundaries that most people never get to. Just kind of throwing it out there and be like, I don't care what people talk about, because they're, he was an adult and he had family and he was going to do YouTube. And I just kind of in awe of that. I didn't really understand it very much, but as I watched it go, I knew he had something and I wanted to be a part of it. And I already had this friendship, so I kind of pitched him on me growing my first beard with the channel and doing like a little talk each week about it on Wednesday nights. And here we are, 3.5 years later. It has changed how I feel on camera, how I look on camera, who I am outside of this. It's just changed so much. And I do like the way I look so much with the beard, way more than I did before. And the journey continues. It's an adventure. It's a goal. It's a life's kind of. I told Dan. I said, Dan, before that, I can say I took a shot. I can honestly say I took a shot. I stepped out. I know people talk about me. I post my Instagram, like I'm a 43-year-old guy, and I'm putting like modeling, low-key, whatever pictures out there. I teach middle school. They talk. I don't care. And to get to that point in life is a beautiful thing. And that's why I'm with it.
Yeah, man. It's and I think there's a lesson in there, right? If you read between the lines, stop caring what people think. Stop making decisions based on how you think people are going to react for the people that don't matter in your life. My wife told me she thought I'd be good at videos and I should do it, so I did. I was a teacher at the school. Very good teacher. Not the most well-liked teacher by the other teachers, which was fine. I knew they were going to talk. But here was the thing. I came in guns blazing. I didn't come in like, I started a YouTube channel. I had my QR code. I was all about it because they don't matter in my life, right? I don't even know them now. I haven't spoke to those guys in a year. And so stop making decisions based on what other people think, right? I put on some shoes the other day and Sam's like, you can't wear those out in public. I don't care what people think, right? That doesn't matter to me. I do what I want. You would be shocked at the outcomes that happen when you stop making decisions based on other people. Make it for you and for the people that really matter in your life. Take a chance, guys. It really can change your life. Really can. Michigan, can't you get a cold rush by stepping outside? Yeah, absolutely. But the timing is important. So what I guess in that, Alan, thank you for bringing that up because I didn't fully elaborate on the connection to G Squared's comment and question. And that would be the rush happens from leaving the cold of the shower on your face and then going out into the warm bathroom. That is where that rush happens. If you go into the sink, the effect's not the same. If you go outside, the effect's not the same. So it's the timing and that really big difference there. Preston, no, the mayor has not reached his terminal length. I would beg to offer you, no one in here has reached their terminal length. I would even raise that and say most people living on this planet will never reach their terminal length. Most people do not reach terminal length for 17 years. So
uncut without trimming.
Without doing any trimming,
Right.
yep. My buddy Robert on TikTok and Instagram, you guys know him. He has not cut his beard in 6 years. It just keeps growing. May not look the best for some people, but it's just gonna keep growing slowly. How did you two of you meet? We taught together for 12 years. He was actually my sister's teacher. I didn't know him then though, but we really met when we started teaching together, and we really, really met when we figured out that we both liked Pokemon Go. So that was the main thing.
That was a time.
Yep. Okay, anyone in the chat fan of Wesley Willis? Never heard of him?
Yeah, he's deceased. He songs like Rock and Roll McDonald, and I did something I'll play you one of his songs. It's not much.
Okay.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, never heard of him. Dan, are you going to attempt growing out your beard until it's terminal length? Patrick, no, I don't have any goals with my beard. I just want to enjoy my beard as I grow it longer. That's it. That is my only goal that I have, for sure. Protein's so important. Yeah, it's so underestimated, the impact on everybody's life for protein. People think like bodybuilder men, protein. Holy crap, is it important for a lot of things, man. A lot of things. And guys, we're working on the questions. I knew you guys had a lot of questions today, man. That's awesome. Best tip for someone with a thin beard and lots of flyaways. Number one, rock what you got. You have your genetics. You have your beard at the current. Enjoy it. Number two, dial in your styling routine, especially using heat. I highly encourage you to experiment with a heated brush, with a blow dryer. And number three, most important, Ryan, send into this show. This general kind of advice isn't super helpful unless I can see your beard specifically.
Right, we can do so much more
Yep.
with the photo.
Beardadvicelive@gmail.com. We'll get you on next week's show. Does doing anything such as heat or anything at the mare's length result in a better beard at a longer length? Healthy habits in general are going to help your beard, because where his beard is at right here, guys, if he were to grow this beard to my length, these hairs end up going to be down here. They don't go away, right? You still have those hairs. So all healthy habits are going to really help out. And heat in previous growth stages resulting in less curls? No. If you're battling curls and you're battling dips and waves and dents, it's a daily battle. Usually once you add water, they all come back.
The practice of practicing using heat at this
True.
limit will help you when it's longer.
True.
You know, getting used to the tool.
Yep. So I guess the teacher, you may need to wear a diaper. It's pretty crazy, man.
I got ways, man.
Yeah, it's a great app to find.
One of my best moves, don't tell anybody, is to take the one kid that you know is going to recognize that you're not in the classroom at that moment, and you take them out in the hall and you say, I need to talk to you, right? Not an uncommon thing. You get out in the hall and you say, all right, you are going to slowly walk down and get a drink, use the restroom. Do not walk back into that room before I do.
That's nice.
You run and you go, you break, and you get that kid's taken care of. They think that the kid's out in the hall, or like think that kid's getting talked to.
Dang!
You hit the bathroom, hit it back, meet up if it's right, back in the room.
Why didn't you tell me this? That's friggin' brilliant.
I just never had the confidence to share that. That's like emergency only, right? When you can't wait.
Wow, I love that. It's a cred builder.
It still leaves things can happen.
Yeah.
And have.
And then when you come back, you're gonna say, "Hey, the kids might think I chewed you out. Give them some knuckles. Say I got some candy for you later, man. We
Grease
good?
it, right,
Yep.
right, yep.
Wow, that's nice. That's real nice. Hype, thank you for the $199 there. Please send in a message to me. I would love to figure out what is going to be a good fit for you based on your preferences. Our rotation is heavily dependent on what we're reviewing or what we're testing for companies. So I promise I can help you out if you reach out to me, man. Dan C. Bearden on Instagram, Dan_command@yahoo.com. I think it's the third time I've said it, guys. It's in the description of pretty much every video. Yeah, pretty much every video. Wolverine's so right, man. It's amazing what a beard can do for someone. Confidence, patience, and opportunities. Absolutely. What you two have is really special. I can see the truth and emotion in the mayor's eyes when he talks about your friendship. I appreciate that, man. It is. Yeah, I think it's probably a unique relationship, and we talk about that all the time.
Weirder.
Right. It's but I mean, for real
But,
though,
like,
like,
you wouldn't, like,
who
change-
gets to do this, right?
No
There's
way.
so many amazing YouTube channels out there. How many get to be a football field away from their best friend? How many people get to do an in-studio show with their best friend? How many people get to go over to their best friend's studio and help him set up his brand new camera, you know? Like, that's not a common experience to be able to do those
I mean,
things.
the Dancy channel has 2 studios now. It
Yeah.
has like almost like an interview side studio, and it has the production studio.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Russ says, came out of the doctor's office today. An elderly woman told me, lovely beard. Oh, that's so cool, man. Russ, you do have a lovely beard. Love it. All right, Carlos, take care, man. Sorry I didn't see that earlier. Do you feel like folks growing beard hit threshold with the beards and then shave it off? I shaved my beard off at 4 or 5, 8 inches, and it comes. Okay, well, let me say this again. Do you feel folks growing beards hit thresholds with beards and then shave it off? Okay. I shaved my beard off at 4 inches, then 5, then 8, and I'm back to 4.5. So he's kind of saying, like, is there like a process, a journey of growing it? What are your thoughts on that, Mary? You would have better perspective.
You know, I think honestly, the trim video I just did was really at a one. If there is such a thing as a threshold, that's an example of one. When guys, they don't want to go any bigger, but they don't know what to do to get back to let it kind of grow and process and cycle. So definitely, as you're going from the wrapping short styled beard to all in on a big beard, all in on a large beard, there's different, you know, especially if you've tried to shape it ahead of time, because it's going to grow differently too. So yeah, absolutely. As you go from, wrapping to styled to then again when you go to like a bigger beard.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go with the mayor's answer on that one. That's interesting question and thought process, Justin. Yeah. Ryan, I love this, man. He said, if you wouldn't ask someone for their advice, why would their opinion matter? I'll quote a Jack Harlow bar or lyric, and he said, why would I take advice from someone that can't look in the mirror? And I was like, man, that's huge. So for example, given that specific example of starting a YouTube channel, I was 30 years old. I did have kids. I was a teacher. I was a coach. Grown man, right? When I started, I had 0 subscribers. The first month, I had like 50 subscribers. So imagine, right, it's different now. Telling somebody, hey, how many subscribers you got? 66,000. Whoa, that's great. That's cool. Like, that feels good. It's a prideful thing. In the beginning, it's not prideful. Most people stop. Most people hide it. Most people fall short because they don't want to put themselves out there because they worry about their coworkers being like, did you hear Dan start a YouTube channel about beards?
And isn't that terrible?
Right?
Basically, we're saying you have a dream, like, and you're so dumb. Like, it's almost a cycle.
Yeah.
Right? To stand out and take a risk.
Right. And those people, I didn't care about their opinions. I didn't care about their advice. So why would I listen to it? And that goes still to this day. There are people that offer their opinions about me all the time that I don't ask, that I don't believe they can look in the mirror about themselves, so why would I let that affect me? I see way too many people getting affected by those things. Great advice there. Absolutely. And man, a lot of good feedback here. I cared about what people thought about me as a teacher. There's something about being a teacher where you get sucked into that worry world. Really worry world. So yeah, I don't know. Gritty butter, Brandon. Gritty butter, you want to melt it down and then cool it as quickly as you can. Very simple. I actually have a video on it. If you want to look up like fix beard butter Dan C, you'll find that video very, very easy, very helpful. I tend to run for a fair amount after a 16-month, fair amount, goodness. I had ice hanging over my beard. I jumped in a hot shower after I got out. My beard was really dry. Should I do something else for the ice? No. Just embrace it, man. That's one of the challenges of winter, and your beard's gonna get sweaty because you're running. That sweat is gonna freeze. It is what it is.
And then it'll stay and kind of feel.
Yep. The only advice I would have if you're not already is go oil only. I would not use a balm. I would not use a butter. So that would be the best one I would give for you. Should you use a boar's brush for beard oil? If your beard is nice and short, that's a great option. If your beard is longer, even at the mare's length, he's likely not going to get a boar's brush down to his skin. Then it's just a styling aspect. If your beard is a little bit longer than stubble, you want to use a comb to spread the product and really get it into the pores as well. Okay, Mare would rock a good Viking look.
Maybe.
No.
No, you don't see it?
No, I don't. Nope. I don't see the braids and the eye makeup and
Not
the blood.
bicep.
Maybe the bicep, but
Maybe.
no,
Nah.
not the. It's gotta fit your personality. I wouldn't rock a
Dude,
Viking look.
I don't know. I got a weird vibe. Like I'm a stranger, man.
Optimal length of time you should grow your beard to know if you have full coverage. Man, that's a loaded question, Mark. I guess we would have to add on to the end of that if you have full coverage at this point in your life. Your coverage can change with age. Your coverage can change with your health, right? Most people reach their beard potential at 42 years old. That's the actual average age of beard genetics. However, you might, or somebody else might have their best beard at 50, at 60, because their health increases, right? Their situation changes. So for this time, I would say how long was your series? It was 8 weeks. I would say at least 2 months to know if you have full coverage or not. At least 2 months. So yeah, that would be a good one. Any good advice to get a sample for free? No, I'm the wrong person to ask for that. I've taken pride in this channel since day one. Still to this day, I've never asked for a single thing from companies, ever. I never asked for products. I've never asked for a review. I've never asked for extras. I've never asked for giveaways. I don't ask for things. Adamantly, I don't ask for things. So I don't know, for me, being a content creator, for me, working with companies, and this, I'm not saying this is what you're doing, but just sharing some perspective. It's a major pet peeve of mine when people are reaching out to companies to get free stuff. So I don't have any super advice on that one. There are companies that do offer free samples, like BABC.
And you get involved with the community. There's usually some giveaways on certain shows. But yeah, that's about all I would say.
Yep. That's a great one too, Jay. Really, really good one. When Kurt Cobain would have hecklers at his show, he'd say, "Why are you here?" Yeah, I've always wondered that too. If you hate a certain video or channel, why do you keep coming back? Why do you watch so closely? I can tell you that I don't when I don't like things. So that's a good one. Man, that's really good. Okay. I think the fact that you start getting subscribers shows that you are reaching people. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that, David. Yeah, I'm not stopping. There's nothing that stops this train. This is forever. So yes. What does beef tallow do in the butter? I don't know. That one, I don't know my comfort level on beef tallow. Mainly because, guys, when we start talking about beef, there's a lot of things to consider. Is it beef that was pumped with hormones, with antibiotics? Was it grass-fed? Was it corn-fed? That stuff transfers into the meat, into the tallow, into those things. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to speak much on that one. So, yes. Hey, thank you, Michael. We knew that there would be quiet. We actually only have one more entry, guys. So if you're like, Dan, time, we only have one more. So we'll get them all covered tonight. What subjects do you two teach? Well, Rob, I left teaching in June, but I used to teach middle school history.
Middle school science.
There you go. There you go. Oil in the daytime and butter at bedtime. Same here. Same here. Absolutely. And guys, if you didn't check out my video today, I know we got a few truckers in the chat right now. My video was all about helping truckers in a unique lifestyle for taking care of their beard. I think it's a pretty good one. Even if you don't work like that, I think it could be helpful. We can get a lot of tips from here. Love it. Just got oil and wash this week. It's been a game changer. Yes. Unfortunately, got to leave. Hey, Warwick. Walrick? Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate that. 10 reviewers a week reach out to me for free products. Yes, and I can promise you I was not one of those 10. It is always. Yeah, it is always, man, for sure. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I don't get anything free, my reviews or my opinions, for free. I'm not going to charge my opinions. I hope that makes sense.
Charge for his opinion. Yeah, got him.
Gotcha. So, yeah, there's many ways to look at that, man. A lot of people make statements like that early on. They make statements like that until the time comes, right? A fee is not for your opinion. A fee is not for really anything other than your platform, your equipment, your time, your value of yourself, and it just depends on what you want. It can also be a filter. By the time this show ends, guys, I'll likely have 2 emails about companies reaching out for something. And so at some point, you got to have some filters and some barriers there. Otherwise, you're just picking and choosing. So that's a whole loaded topic, man. You know I'm happy to talk anytime you would like. My only advice I would offer to you is do not make statements that are going to pigeonhole you, that might stop you from growing in the future, that might stop you from pursuing a dream of yours. So just you want to make sure you're careful with those ones. Yeah, BABC and Ardius, man, offer free samples. Yep, that was the other one. Ardius is who I was thinking of, for sure. Jordan says, been following you since the start of my beard journey years ago. So cool, man. When people have public subscribers on, where it shows like your list publicly, you can hover over the subscribe button, and now some of them show 4 years subscribed. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Oh, wow. I wonder what mine says.
Probably, I don't think yours is. Yeah, right? I don't think yours is public. So you secretive man. Ryan, thank you for your service. He just retired from the military after 20 years. Woo! Coming up on day 90 without growing trim. Hey, we call that a freedom beard. Gonna take it a year to see what I got. I got a lot of patience. Nice, man. Enjoy that freedom beard. That is awesome. All right, load it up more on the water. Love it. Do you use oil only once during the day? Nope, just once, Roger. Just in the morning for me. Do you apply any more oil?
Not at night. I do before, like after showering at night. But yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
absolutely.
But not during the day.
With a beard of your length, it seems like you must go through a gallon of butter a month. How much do you spend for your beard size? I don't know. I have no concept on how much butter I use.
Too much. Yeah, too much variety in your life.
Yeah. Yep. Mayor, do you use heat every day?
Yes, to some extent. Although I do try to limit it as much as possible. A little bit from the blow dryer and a little bit from the heated brush in certain areas.
There you go. Thoughts on the beard struggle? We try not to discuss specific companies, but happy to answer that one. I'll make it very simple and sweet. They're the most disgraceful company I've ever personally interacted with. I cannot suggest them any less, if that makes sense. This is another good method. Live Bearded charges $10 for samples, but if you make a purchase after that, they give you $10 off. That's cool.
You're smart.
Yeah, I like that, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Don't get me wrong, there are some great reviews out there. We truly believe in the process. Yeah, absolutely. There's a difference of asking for something and then somebody bringing it to you with an offer. So for sure. All right. Last question here, guys, and then we'll go on to our final entry and get to wrapping this show up and maybe hit a question or two afterwards. Mayor, how often do you eat your hair? Cut, I'm assuming he's saying.
Get my hair cut? I don't eat my hair ever.
I've never eaten my hair.
I get my hair cut once a month, though, if that's the question.
Okay.
And we'll go with that.
Yeah, mine is about the same. I like to go every 3 weeks if I can, and by go, I mean to my bathroom upstairs. But sometimes, yeah, you know. Best sense for calming, JGJ. I just did a video literally dedicated to that. So go back and check that video out. It's going to help you, it's going to help perfectly answer that question. Woo!
All right.
Oh, Warlick, come back, man.
Yo.
Did he have to leave, he said, I think?
Did.
Oh, sorry, Warlick.
Bruh.
Come back.
Just finally committed to growing my first longer beard. I've been scouring the internet and interrogating my bearded co-workers about tips and tricks. Found one of your videos and realized I needed to ditch the cheap plastic comb. Also, I'm awaiting my delivery of an actual beard brush, wash, and oil. I've been to a couple different barbers to get a fade with my sideburns to have the head shaved. One has me using pomade for styling the stray hairs. Did not do it for the pick. Another suggested just giving it time and using hair conditioner when showering to make the hair softer and easier to style. All in all, I was looking for some insight on my growth and to see if my end goal will be possible. I am partial to Dwarves and Fantasy series and would love to have a long beard to represent that. I don't have the thick curly mane like the Dwarves do, so I was hoping to end up with a long straight beard with a ring at the end, Viking style. I plan to design a 3D print and cast my own beard ring design someday. Also, I want a beard long enough to leave it the possibility of braiding if the mood strikes. Should I continue to have puffy hair on the sides of my jaw and trim back for a cleaner look now, or do I let them grow longer with my end goal in mind? Does the sideburn to shaved headline need more of a fade? What kind of heat should I be applying at this stage to start to train the hairs? Brush, blow dryer? Do you think my goal is feasible? I'm ready to adjust my end goal for what will work for my face if necessary. I am fully aware I am a rookie when it comes to beard styling and growth. All critiques, criticisms, and advice are gladly welcomed. Thanks for all your help.
All right, let's check it out, Walrick. Thank you. I saw his name still in the chat, so hopefully he's still here. Awesome, man. Beautiful. Got the side beard photos are what he sent in. Got the bald and bearded. And great coverage, man. Great health on the beard. Let's go ahead and hit his questions. I think he was saying his goal is essentially to have, okay, he wants a Viking look that's going to be long enough to have braiding. Right?
Okay, yeah.
So Viking style with a ring at the end. All right, so let's talk about that one first here. With your coverage in your beard genetics, absolutely.
Sure, yeah.
I don't see any signs of not being able to reach that goal.
Agree.
100%. And we would tell you, man, that's the one thing. We're supportive, we're positive here, but we're also real. So I would tell you if it was not. Should I continue to have the puffy hair on the side of my jaw trimmed back for a cleaner look now? All right, so your goal is to grow a beard long enough to braid. You should not touch it at all. Like whatsoever. If you're going to be touching the sides, it's going to really hurt the process of reaching your goal and possibly just hurt your goal in general. So stop that right now. Does the sideburn to shave head look like it needs more of a fade? What do you think, Mayor?
Again, I think the fade's going to take more hair off. I think we gotta get in the. I don't think so.
Yeah, the only thing I might offer is just a little angle line there.
If you want to, but again, remember, we're trying to grow to the big beard. All that is going to come into play.
Yeah, except for up here. I would say if you're transitioning into a bald head, this
like the Viking.
Yeah,
he did say
so,
Viking look can be kind of clean, sharp angles up there.
Yeah,
all right.
But also keep in mind with my beard, right? I have a big beard. Most people would categorize this as a big beard. This is only half an inch.
Yeah.
So this does not factor into my beard whatsoever. So I would say,
okay,
for sure,
above the ear there.
Yeah, anything up in this area is not going to factor. It's just going to be how you want it to look and transition. So I would just do maybe a little angle, which I think is kind of Viking-like.
Never seen the wraparound braid from those high hairs back around behind.
That'd be sweet.
Somebody could do that one. I'd love to see that.
With a beard, yeah. Okay, what kind of heat should I apply at this stage? What do you think, Mayor?
Very light if you need to. Again, it would be kind of like a finishing touch, I think. Blow drying more so than anything to build volume.
Yeah, at this stage, I think it looks good, man. I don't see any super need for heat. That's going to come in kind of a few months down the road, I would say. Yeah, I agree with the mayor. Not too much of a need right now. Do you think my goal is feasible? Yes, absolutely, man. Right now, your beard is so young compared to your goal. If this was your beard and you said, hey, man, I want the mayor's beard, we would be starting to dial in some stuff and really get some planning. But you want something, I don't believe my beard is long enough for a proper braid. I don't think I have enough to go through. I think you need a good 18 inches on a beard to get a good braid
Because
going.
you need to be able to do it a couple times without pulling it too tight.
Yes.
Right?
And what I see people go wrong with their braids is once you braid it, it's got to go in, right? You got to have in. And then what people get is like this look like right along their jawline here. And I don't think that's a good look at all. So for the advice specifically to your goal, man, you got some time. You got some patience. You got some healthy habits. So it's gonna take some time. Just let it grow, man. You're already making those right steps. You said you ditched the other comb. You got good products, man. It's coming along really nicely. Really, really nicely. Just give it time. That's it. Thanks for coming in, Walrick. That's really cool. Awesome, guys. Like we said, light show. If you guys have any like Hail Mary last minute questions, messed up my beard a little bit here. Show you guys how I do that. Look at that. Little magic, little pinch magic. If you guys have any like Hail Mary last minute questions, fire away. Other than that, Mayor, we need people for this show, right? You guys drive the show. It's free. How can they get involved next week?
Don't hesitate. Send your questions in to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. Front-facing photo, side-facing photo. Don't be afraid to ask bullet point questions if you have them. Doesn't really affect us. Every question is valuable. Remember that. Every time, even if you think it's been covered before or if it's an update, it doesn't matter. It's valuable and it's going to connect to somebody that watches us besides you.
For sure. Grooms, hey, that's a great question because we are actually very different on this one. Heat on the head hair, I do not ever. Mayor,
Once or twice a week at less.
Okay, I thought it would have been daily.
It was, but I found it was, especially if I had a little product in it, like a clay holder. It was like cooking it, so
Okay.
it would get almost like it was not responsive.
Interesting.
So I once or twice a week I will hit it to get the high. And when I just had a haircut, I probably don't even need to use it right now.
Okay. And mine is not because of any concerns on my end. Mine is just because I don't really care about my head hair that much. If I could, I would wear a hat at all times. So I don't for that reason. Again, it's not a worry thing. It's just I don't really care that much about my head hair. I will answer this one because you asked nicely here, and I don't want to likely go over brands, but daily wash in a store, I think Duke Cannon has a good daily wash. It's the only daily wash in a store that I recommend. I do not recommend their oil. I think there's an ingredient in there that I don't think should be in beard products, hydrated silica, but the wash is actually pretty solid. Yeah, pretty solid. Dan, to join the membership, better start at the beginning of the month, so it's a month to month. Damon, it'll do the monthly from the day you join. So the best day to join is right now. So yeah, it's not like it'll charge you because it's $4.99. It's not like it's going to charge you that and then renew on the 1st. It just goes from the date you signed up. So no worries there whatsoever. Yeah, thank you. The chat was popping tonight.
That was good.
Do you guys think your complexion improves when growing a beard? Your beard has absolutely nothing to do with your complexion. However, your understanding, your attention to detail, and your overall health with growing a beard is often a side effect which will help your complexion.
Agreed. My skin is way better because I do understand that. I just pay more attention to oils and making sure I wash my face every day. I use a lotion now because I'm looking at my face more. It's kind of a cycle.
Yep. You should go bald and bearded. Sam does not want the bald and bearded. We don't tell each other what to do, but that's her like really only request. She doesn't mind me having this massive beard. She doesn't mind me having this mustache that covers my top lip. The one thing I will give her is the hair. And guys, I do have a full head of hair, so I'm not in a rush. My day will come. Trust me, it's gonna come. I know I'm not beating that race of Mother Nature, but eventually, for sure. Are your hats just flat build or can you curve the bill? So I can curve it. Yep, see how there's a slight curve here? I usually do a little slight curve on them. Any collar shirts you would recommend, say if I have to wear one? I like the blade collars that's not really a collar, or anything that like, you want the collars that are gonna stay as close to your neck as possible. The ones that flare out or the ones that are big, those are the big problem ones. Avoid them if you can, yeah. Would Shea Moisture be a daily wash? No, that's the most stripping wash I've ever used in the history of my beard. It's not bad, but it's very, very stripping. Very stripping. Same with Everyman Jack. Very, very stripping. What's up, Jesse?
What's up, man?
Yeah, we're just getting ready to wrap it up, but hey, we appreciate you coming in. If you guys have not, we probably got about 40 people that did not hit the thumbs up, maybe because they're on their phone, maybe they forgot. Just a reminder, if you guys enjoyed it, you found something helpful, hit that thumbs up, man. It is appreciated. How do you keep pressure even when you get to the jawline when using a heated brush? So pressure does not come from the backboard. Pressure comes from using the brush and using the hair in between the teeth. The backboard, your jaw just gives you an area to push against. Pressure happens with that tension. So I'm very conscious of making sure if I'm going down that it's not pushing against the skin. So I would say kind of focus on that tension with the brush and the hair rather than the backboard. Any thoughts or experience there?
Just be mindful of how much, for my style, I think the opposite of pressure. I think light touch when I'm going down my jawline, and because I know that he does the job without me pushing in too far, but mine's not as thick either, so.
Says, not pushing in. You just got to be conscious of it, man. It's just got to be something you're aware of and say, I'm just going to go down on the beard. I'm not going down on the face. Down on the beard, not down on the face. Mayor, which do you recommend, a blow dryer or heated brush for head hair?
Blow dryer, 99%. The heated brush is just sometimes, just because of my style, I use it to get a little lift in the front.
There you go. There you go. Okay. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap this one up. We usually like to end about 10:30, so this should be perfect. Please send in. Help your beard. Help the show. Help people in the future. We do believe, just like we think about Sunday nights, building something special. This show, we from day one knew was special, but we had to build it up, right? We had 140 people in here tonight. That's not how it was 119 episodes ago.
Nope.
So please consider watching his show on Sunday. Keep sending in. We love it, guys. We appreciate it, and I know a lot of other people do as well. Reach out to us anytime. Mayor, how can they find you?
At Mayor's Beard Journey on Instagram. Also, you can check out our Facebook group, Command's Corner. Some great features to that for all you beardos out there or just you beard fans. Check it out. Thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for being a part of this. As always, everything I said I meant. You guys were really supportive, and I appreciate that.
Absolutely, guys. I'll see you in the chat on Sunday on the Mayor Show, 8 p.m. Eastern, with both of our former boss. Awesome, man. You guys will be entertained, I promise.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling a lot of you will relate to him very well. Old school guy in all the best ways possible.
Yep.
All right, guys. Have a great week. See you soon. Talk to you even